I'll come back to you to ask what the regulatory enablers for that might be. But let me come now to Mr. James Oludele Clinton. In a city that's rapidly expanding from a demographic perspective, we cannot ignore the impact of climate change and carbon emissions as we build out our infrastructure. And you work in the mass transit space, specifically in the EV space. So what role does e-mobility play in the future of a city like Lagos?
Thank you, Laura. So, if you allow me, I'll go back a bit. I'll start from the commuter that you described, who, as it is, altogether spend currently about 6 trillion, which today is not captured in any way.
6 trillion across the Lagos population?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Which is all cash. Okay. And she spends all of that money, none of it is captured. What we need for that commuter, for the future in the system we want to build, is to go electric. I said earlier to someone that the electric vehicle is actually an electric device on wheels, and it allows you to capture a lot of data, which is why countries like China and India, across the strata, whether it's the electric vehicle, it's the electric tricycle, the motorcycle, all forms of mobility, they're taking it electric. Enhances your payment solution, allows you to gather data on who lives from one point to the other point, integrates your payment, and at the end of the day, achieves that one-stop payment solution that you are looking for.
Okay, so with the electric mobility, given the scale of Lagos, we have roughly 25 million people. In terms of the infrastructure build-out that needs to power that, and giving the electricity landscape, what is the strategy and plan for making that method of transportation sustainable and commercially viable?
Okay, so we'll go back to how has it been done?
Yes.
How has China, has India done it? One thing that happens with the electric mobility is that your charging is usually tied to a particular charging form or a swap system, which then means you always have to come back. With data, it makes it easier for you to get funding, because now the financial providers understand that this particular charging pile, would serve 30 vehicles on a regular. And we fund it, we have the regulatory backing from the state, we will get our money back. If you were to charge, the states today has about 1 million vehicles. If you were to charge 250,000 of that, you probably need about 100 megawatts of power. Once that 100 megawatts is deployed, the OEM selling the vehicles would easily sell the vehicles, because today they are $8,000 brand new EV vehicles, which is better, way better than the 8,000 is 12 million naira, which is way better than the 16 million naira Tokumbo that will hurt the environment, hurt our health, and will give you so much problems. So I do believe that it's all about creating. So I'll take one step. Prof talked about the executive order on health. We probably need to have an executive order on e-mobility, which says that in the next 5 years, Lagos must transit from fossil fuel to electric, and this is the structure.
Fantastic.
And with the SCRAMPS program, which is a fantastic urban planning solution, you could actually site charging locations today and plan it out, that these are swap stations, these are power stations, these are master charging stations powered by solar and CNG, these are LPG. You know, it's about the structure, but that is the future of Lagos.
Thank you very much. Already, Mr. Governor and Deputy